Let's ask a potentially dangerous question. How many arguments, awkward conversations, hurt feelings, and misunderstandings have happened because one spouse thought the other spouse was interested and they weren't? Or because one spouse was interested and the other spouse had absolutely no idea. For years, married couples have been trying to solve the mystery, dropping hints, reading body language, trying to decode what color certain types of clothing are, and testing the waters. And sometimes it feels like we're all terrible at it. I don't remember who said it, but we stumbled on something that completely changed the way we communicate. It's simple, it's funny, it's slightly ridiculous, and we'll be right back and tell you about it. While Kim picks a card, my name's Jeff. This is My Wife Still Likes Me. This episode isn't really about intimacy. It's about communication. It's about eliminating the guessing. It's about creating clarity. And it's about finding simple ways to understand each other better. By the end of this episode, hopefully you will understand the system we use, why it works for us, and how you can make your own system. So, let's go.
All right. Is there something you have wanted for a very long time, but disliked it when you finally had it?
Oh, man.
Right?
Something I wanted for a really long time. I don't know.
Right?
I was trying to think of something big. Like, I hate my office chair. I do. I hate it. It's awful. But I bought it because I didn't have one. It's not that I wanted it for a really long time. I'm trying to think, what's something I use all the time?
I was like, but you bought the bougie.
That part I like. I just don't like the rest of the chair.
It has lumbar support. It has a little kit.
It has heating and massage and
I'm sorry,
a foot stand, but it doesn't have lumbar support.
It's the one thing it doesn't have. Oh, it doesn't have a cup holder.
Trying to think.
This thing plugs in.
What is something? Because like all of the big, like super important things, like I use them.
I have mine.
Go for it.
So we bought a Mini Cooper, and I thought it was going to be the best thing. And for the first month or so, I loved it. But then it broke down, and I ended up growing to hate that thing. And every time I see one now, it just brings up so much. It makes me so mad because I bought this thing because I thought I was going to love it and ended up hating this stupid thing.
Yeah. Our microwave would be on the list.
Oh my gosh.
Just because of that stupid lock button.
Microwave producers, who puts a lock on the door?
Yeah. So when our microwave gets to the end of cooking, or even if you stop it early, the door's locked. You can't just open the microwave. You have to push the unlock button. Like, just let me out of the car, right?
Right?
I can't think of anything that's like obvious. Like, I hate this and I bought it. No.
I can't think
I mean,
of
there's
anything.
things I don't like about some of our stuff. Like I could be picky. Like I love my desk, but I didn't realize that nothing would stay attached to the bottom of it. So I fixed it. I don't know. That's interesting.
I know.
Yeah. No, whatever. What if the biggest challenge in intimacy isn't desire, it's communication? Mm-hmm. A couple of months ago, we stumbled on this. I forget where I saw it. I saw it on TikTok. It was somewhere. But each day starts with a number. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the number's written on the bathroom mirror. Sometimes it's part of our casual conversation. Sometimes it's updated throughout the day. And the numbers go from 1 to 10. 1 means absolutely not. And number 1 means absolutely not. And 10 means take off your pants. Sorry. Let's just communicate. Let's just say communication is no longer necessary is what 10 means. And everything else falls somewhere in between. The fun part about this is the numbers themselves are not important.
No.
The communication is, instead of wondering, instead of guessing, instead of trying to read signals, we know what the other person, where the other person is, and that changes an entire day.
Yes. It really, really does.
Yes. This is your turn.
I know. Because let's be honest, ladies, it's 100% our decision. I think there's only been one time ever that I have wanted things and you have not.
I don't remember that. So
You were so dog tired that you were like, if we need to make it happen, I'll be here. Is what you told me. And I was cracking up. But it's really helped us for those days where we've talked about mental load before, and it's been several episodes ago. But sometimes the mental load is so there that I cannot think of anything else. And so it's a 0. And we've had a couple of times where you're like, where are you at? And I'm like, I am at a 0. Okay. So you sit patiently on the couch and you love me where I'm at. You don't try and make a move. And for me, it's changed the course of our marriage. And I so appreciate that, because there's also some days where it's like, maybe a 5. You play your cards right. And so the flirting intensifies. And then there's sometimes that, I'm at like an 8 or a 9 and you torture me in the best ways. And, dessert's great.
why does something so simple work? Because uncertainty creates tension. Most couples spend a lot of time guessing, and by couples, it's usually the husbands. Are they interested? Should I bring it up? Is this a good time? Ooh, she laid on the bed with her left knee sticking out at the right angle, and that was what happened last time. Or the colors match, or whatever. Or am I going to get rejected? Am I reading this correctly? That is exhausting. The number system removes all of the mystery, and it is wonderful.
Yep. And to help decode this for the guys too, sometimes the girls want to, and we do a lot of things to try to get to the end goal, but there's a number of factors that get in the way and just make dessert not happening.
And I don't know what all of those factors are because I don't have your job. I wasn't home all day. Whatever.
Exactly. And so sometimes we do things, put on fun things, make the colors match, or pretty ourselves up a little bit differently, wear the dress, wear the heels or whatever to try and help us to get to that point. But the number system has really helped of like maybe I'm at a 5 and do something to pretty myself. I'm like, this is really hard to do with a family-friendly rating.
I was laughing because I'm like, there's some days I'm gone already when you tried to pretty yourself up. So I don't know anyway.
True.
Which is part of the whole, like, why was the number system so surprising? Because there are some days, like, good, bad, or otherwise, you're dressed up a little bit, and I've left already. So I've gone a whole day and not known this, and you've just tortured yourself, which is fine.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that there's been improved communication and improved intimacy because now we're regularly checking in, we're paying attention, and we're talking.
Yeah.
We understand where the person is emotionally, physically, and mentally. And sometimes the number has nothing to do with attraction. It's simply just where they're at between work, kids, life, whatever. And it's, knowing that changes how you respond. Instead of feeling rejected, there's a lot more understanding. Instead of making an assumption, there's clarity, right? I'm not trying to figure it out.
Yeah. And I feel like it's also helped you too of not feeling rejected when I just don't have it. And I can tell you clearly in a number, it's not that flirting with me hasn't worked, because it's also removed that, like, dessert is not always a guarantee. And like the intimacy has increased because I don't, and women, and you and I have talked about this extensively, but for the guys out there, women a lot of times pull back from men because they feel like, is this hug a trap? Is this passionate kiss a trap? And they feel like every touch, everything leads to the desire to have intimacy at the end of the day. And so when you just feel like a piece of meat, when you feel like, the guy is going through his checklist, okay, well, I gave her a hug, I kissed her on the cheek, and then I gave her a passionate kiss. I did these 3 things for her. Then I'm going to get to have dessert tonight.
I got my 12 touches in. It's happening.
Exactly. Well, and for some guys, it's only 3. But, it's really helped take the pressure off of me. You are saying like, I tend to apologize. Like, I just don't want it tonight. And you're like, I'm not hugging you because I want it. I'm hugging you because I love you. Mm-hmm. And so for some of the guys out there, like, please understand the women out there, there's some silent things that are going on that we don't always know how to express. And that's where we get into mental load a lot. But when we feel like all you want is that, it's going to pull us back. And so it's going to inhibit you from reaching the finish line ever. So the more you push, the more we pull back.
Yes. Real-time thoughts, as my assistant would put it, off the dome. But we'll break it down here in a second. It's what do you do in the middle numbers?
Yeah.
So what do we learn from this? There's a few things. The first one is stop expecting mind reading, right? Your spouse is amazing, but they're not a psychic. The more clearly you can communicate, the healthier your relationship will be. And our Monday through Friday is pretty routine like everybody else's. We get up and go to work. So it's the morning numbers more like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. Like it's I'm a morning dessert and you're not. And so I check in the morning, and if not, I'm gonna get ready and go do what I gotta do. And whatever. The second one is create a shared language. Maybe it's not numbers. Maybe it's something else. The goal isn't to copy a system. It's finding the communication tool that works best for you guys. Maybe it's do you wanna? Yes or no? That just doesn't work for us.
No. I mean, you could use food. You could use beverages. I don't know. The number system has worked well for us to help us to kind of get to that. Where in the world am I at?
Yeah, and that's normalized check-ins, right? Healthy couples don't communicate when something's wrong. They communicate regularly, and check-ins create connections, right? For us, 5 to 1 is ranging from probably not to no. 6 and 7 is if you I don't want to say try hard enough, but if you do it right, we might get there. 8 and 9 are I'm probably going to, and 10 is no discussion needed.
Yeah.
And so that gets to focus on understanding, not winning. And this brings up the thought of, for us, and whatever your system is, if you like the number system, being okay if there's no finish line from a 6 or a 7. Because that's a relatively new thing of, this is a tough one to be kid friendly.
I know.
Snuggling, and not like anything crazy, but we're just literally snuggling, spooning, if you will. And that's the end of it. Because it just, 7 didn't turn into 8 or 9. That can be frustrating. But it's part of the communication process and part of understanding of we're in this together, not winning, right? If your spouse's number is low, the goal isn't persuasion, it's understanding. What's going on? How are they doing? Connection often starts, like we talked about. in the last episode with curiosity. But that brings up the going through the motions and getting close and not finishing, in whatever context that looks like, because it just wasn't all the way there. Does that make sense? Like that can lead to more frustration, but just it's something that I'm learning to be okay with. Like, okay, 6 or 7 if we do it right, or stuff happens, or the kids go to bed on time, or hey, we can try, but
Yeah. And we've also kind of like a 3 or 4. You also check back in. Like,
Yeah.
how are you doing? Because a lot of times, and not that it matters, but sometimes it's like right after work. How you doing? Where are you at? I'm like, I'm at a 3. Okay, then. And not that you're pressuring me, but checking back in later too. That's also kind of a window into my mental state. Is like, if that's improved, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm at a 6 now. And then you're like, you're at a 6. Sometimes it can add some fun to our relationship, just the way that we naturally communicate. But it's also helped him to like, are you still at a 3? Have we moved to a 4? Are we at a 0? Like, how are you doing? And so, in a lot of aspects of our relationship, like we've always had a really good relationship, but it just shifted that expectation. And so there's been a couple of times where it's like right after work, how are you at? I'm at a 4. Okay, then after dinner, because you know, you get a good, dinner in me and I'm good. My attitude goes away. So, but
no comment.
well, it's usually the days that I've forgotten to eat breakfast or lunch. But I know I'm sharing too much, but
No, I'm just questions that I think through, like, we do this or have done this. And a lot of couples are doing it now where there's a scheduled day. Where does that fit in? Because for a long time, and maybe it's just the numbers always worked out, but our scheduled day, it was happening at
Yes.
some point. And so where does that work into this system or whatever system somebody's going to pick? Because for us, it's like there have been days where our scheduled day just happens and we're both at a 3, but that's the day.
that's the day. Yeah.
And, yeah, but
I think when we had the scheduled day, I think there was also a totally different time of our lives. And that was when our kids were little. And so both of our mental loads were so heavy that I think it was also removing one decision off the table. And I think, that's just where we were. Like we knew that we both wanted it, but neither of us had the mental capacity to make one more decision. So whatever day it was going to happen. Now, there had been a couple of times where it was like, if we had the number system, I'm at a 0, don't touch me, but it's today. I understand it's today. It's not happening. And so I don't remember a time that ever happened. But I also think like when you have a day planned where it's going to happen, you also have that anticipation. And I feel like, at least on my side of things, I don't know about you, but I feel like I purposely made decisions to remove some of the blockers. And it's almost like when you plan to go on vacation, you set up certain things to take that, distribute the workload somewhere else. It's the same thing, but you can't do that every day. And so, and that's why for us, like the number system really has helped, because our lives have been so chaotic lately. We haven't been able to say, here's our specific time. And, we were talking about it yesterday, is like, we missed 2 date days in a row because we just physically, like, one of us wasn't here and we could not do it. And so yesterday it's happening. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
Remember that life happens.
yes.
Sometimes a low number has nothing to do with you. Sometimes it's stress, exhaustion, health, schedules, parenting, life. Understanding creates grace. And the last one, laugh together. One reason the system works for us is because it's fun, and marriage needs to be more fun. Not everything has to be serious. Sometimes the best communication tools are the ones that make you laugh.
Absolutely. And go ahead.
If you're going to use the number system and the mirror, make
Oh my
sure your
gosh.
husband takes hot showers, because my wife is amazing and she has written love notes on the mirror for me several times, and I've never seen them because I don't take hot showers ever. The closest thing I've gotten to a hot shower is sharing one. Because I don't take hot showers.
No.
Like, we discovered that you can put a box fan at the entrance to your walk-in shower in the summertime when the air conditioner can't keep up. It is the best shower ever. Anyway, maybe not the best shower ever. But if you're going to write the number on the mirror, make sure that there is steam involved in the process, because I will never see the number if she writes it on the mirror in our bathroom, because
I
there's no
just
steam.
need to put the dry erase back in the. If you
That is magical, too. Dry erase
dry
markers in
erase
your
markers
bathroom.
on your mirrors work great.
Any other thoughts?
I had a thought and you totally sidebarred.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
The end of the day, the number system isn't
laughing.
magic. Laugh together.
Oh, yes. So have fun with it too, my friends.
Yeah.
Like, if you are at a 5 or a 6, and you will be surprised, gentlemen out there, if you can make your wife laugh, she'll move from a 5 to a 6 or a 6 to a 7 pretty quickly, because it helps her to get her. It helps to dump some of that mental load. Now, I'm not going to promise you she's going to go from a 5 to a 9, but it can help. And so there's been some times where Jeff is like, where are you at? I'm at a 6. So you're saying there's a chance. Yes. And then he'll jokingly do stuff. And then, oh, do you need a back rub? And just have fun with it, my friends. Like, the more that you can laugh together, because laughter truly is the best medicine.
Oh,
And
yeah.
especially when you're stressed. If you can have that moment of laughter together, it's like this amazing little drop of intimacy. So, anyways, that's my...
At the end of the day, the number system isn't the magic. The magic is communication. The magic is knowing your spouse. And the magic is removing the unnecessary guesswork about whether or not they pointed their leg in the right direction. Every healthy marriage develops tools that help couples understand each other. This is just supposed to be one that you can use, or find your version of it. If it helps a couple have a better conversation and avoid misunderstanding or feel a little more connected, that's a win. All right. We are not counselors or therapists or psychologists. If you need one, go get one. That's okay. You can go find one. Go together. Take what helps. Learn, grow, and try to be better. Follow us on the socials. My Wife Still Likes Me. Visit us, mywifestilllikesme.com. We wrote a couple of books, Change the Narrative of Your Marriage, and then 10 things you can do to change that narrative. Comment, subscribe, let us know what you want to talk about, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.